What's up, guys? HockeyTikTockey is back with an all new video. Today, we're just doing a little recap of the Flames news, some Oilers news, some Toronto Maple Leafs news, just a little news video. All right, guys. So the game on Saturday night, the Battle of Alberta, has already been played and done, and it was not the result that I was looking for, guys. I was really hoping for a Flames win. The Oilers were on a tear, 11-game win streak coming into the match, and they extended it all the way to 12. So the Oilers broke a couple records with that win. Number one, they broke their franchise record for most wins in a row, which was previously 11. So their last game, now it's up to 12. And they become the first ever Canadian team to win 12 games in a row. You know, I think they were tied with Ottawa and Montreal with 11 before this match, and now they're up to 12. So, yeah, it was a great game, guys. It was really exciting to watch. As a Flames guy myself, it wasn't the result we were looking for. I was pretty upset after that match, but I liked a lot of what I saw by the Flames. You know, they shut down Connor McDavid. They shut down Leon Draisaitl. And yet still the Oilers ended up coming away with the win. Perhaps maybe they put too much attention to those two guys, and that allowed for other guys to, kind of break out and have more scoring opportunities. The first goal, in my opinion, was a little controversial because it kind of looked like it was offside to me. And I don't know if the coaches or the video coaches or whoever it is that reviews that type of stuff didn't see what happened, but they didn't challenge it or anything. Maybe they were scared that if they challenged it, they got the challenge wrong, the Oilers would go up on the power play. So they just let it stand, and the Oilers went up 1-0. So that's kind of how the game got rolling, was, Oilers striking first. Then I believe the Flames tied it up. Mackenzie Weegar had a great shift where he kind of came in as the extra man and, coming in on the offense. And he ended up getting a little one-timer tap in. He scored. And then going into the third period, it was a tie game. Unfortunately for Calgary, a really weird, bouncing, strange goal ended up turning the tide for the Oilers, and that was pretty much all they needed. The Flames couldn't muster up much more offense. So with that loss, the Flames have now lost 2 in a row, 1 to Toronto, 1 to Edmonton, 2 Canadian rivals, and it really kind of gets at me. It agitates me quite a bit, guys. But at the end of the day, it's just hockey, so what are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it, guys? It's just hockey. What else is in the news, guys? All right, so the Oilers are now sitting pretty in a divisional playoff spot. The Flames are still in the wild card race. Their next game coming up is against St. Louis, who is just a point behind the Flames as of right now. Some of the positives to take away from that game, well, at least the goalie played well, Dan Vladar. He's still subbing in for Markstrom as he's on the mend on an injury. At least Dan Vladar played really well, despite the loss, despite letting in those 2 goals. One was, kind of a breakaway type of scenario. The other one was the weirdest bounce that we've ever seen, practically. And he made some 10-bell saves, guys. He made quite a few of these types of stops where if he hadn't been there and been as sharp as he was, the score easily could have been 4, 5, 6-0 or 6-1, even by the first and second period. So yeah, that was the game that was, guys. That was the Battle of Alberta. That was Hockey Night in Canada. Unfortunately, the Flames lost. Oilers won. And what else is in the news? Well, I believe the Oilers made a signing this weekend, guys. They ended up picking up Corey Perry, who has a bit of a controversial past. Corey Perry was released from the Blackhawks earlier this season. I think due to some sort of legal trouble. We don't really know the details of the story, but he ended up getting signed with the Oilers this weekend. And he's a veteran guy. He's been in the league for many, many, many years. He's gone to the Stanley Cup Finals 3 years in a row. I believe he's been to the finals 4 years total in his whole career. So, it could be a big ad for them to have a veteran joining their group and maybe adding a little bit of leadership. And the Oilers are really on a roll right now, guys. They're really, really on a roll. Ever since, they kind of turned their season around when they hired a new coach. They fired their old coach, got a new coach. They've really been playing strong hockey, been one of the best teams in the league. Pretty much, honestly, if you look back over the last 20 or so games, they are the best team in the league right now. They just had a really shitty start. So, we'll see how this all plays out, guys. It's getting really interesting at this point in the season to see who is going to make those playoff spots. Like I said, the Flames have a good chance if they could beat St. Louis and then a couple of weaker teams before the All-Star break. So we'll see how that all plays out. In Flames news, a couple of things happened over the last few days. Number one, we brought in a rookie to play his first ever game with the team against the Oilers, Adam Klapka, huge guy, 6'7" tall monster, ends up joining the Flames' fourth line, who had been struggling quite a bit. That fourth line needed a little bit of injection of some youth. So Klapka comes in, and as well, there was an injury to another rookie, Martin Pospisil, in the game on the other day against Toronto. So the Flames called up a highly touted rookie, Matthew Coronato. So two young guns getting into the lineup over the weekend against the Oilers. Both of them played okay. Neither guy got on the score sheet in any sort of way, but Matthew Coronato and Adam Klapka getting into the lineup adds more youth to the Calgary Flames and kind of allows the team to continue moving in that direction of having a strong young core. So we'll see how that all plays out. And then finally, it was released today, a statement by the Calgary Flames saying that Dylan Dubé is going to be taking some time off to, I guess, assess his mental health. So there's very, very little details on why he's taking this leave of absence. Besides the fact that it's sort of a mental health break. We don't know what it's all about, and there's no way to even ascertain anything about what's going on with this guy. So Dylan Dubé is going to be out indefinitely. We don't know how long, for a mental health break, and that leaves an open spot, which most likely will be filled by the guy that we just talked about, Adam Klapka, who filled in for Dubé on Saturday. So that's kind of a big news, guys, because in the past, if players struggled with mental health issues, I feel like most of the time the teams wouldn't really do anything about it. They'd probably have to have a real injury, like a physical injury, I should say, that would be able to allow them to take a leave of absence of any sort. So it's interesting to see the way that this is playing out, especially based off the history of what happened with Oliver Shillington, who is also dealing with a mental health issue. And he could be coming back to the lineup any day. You know, he played a few games with the AHL affiliate, the Wranglers, the last couple of days, and has been getting a lot of practice and reps in with them. So it could be any day now that we see Shillington back in the Calgary Flames uniform, playing up with the big club. I have no idea when he's speculated to come back, but I wouldn't be surprised if Shillington does make a return to the NHL in the near future. I wouldn't be surprised. Do I know for sure? No, we have no idea. But I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back soon. And other than that, it's looking like it's going to be a really interesting week for the next couple of days here, guys, up until that big All-Star break where all 32 teams are going to meet up in Toronto with their top stars from around the league. And, after the All-Star break, it's basically the final stretch of the season where we're going to see players being traded, moved. Teams are going to fall out of the playoff race. Some teams might claw their way back in for the final little stretch here. And any of the spots that are still up for grabs in the divisional races will probably be solidified in the month of February. So either way, guys, I'm super excited to see what happens. I'm not in the best of moods based off of what happened the last two games for the Flames. But overall, I really am enjoying the hockey. It's been really entertaining games, despite the fact that the Flames are on now a 2-game losing streak. If they can get their stuff together and just win the next 2 to 3 games, things will be looking a lot better for them. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please share, subscribe, and comment on the video if you liked it. If you didn't like it, you can dislike the video and let me know what's wrong in the video comments. And I hope you all have a great day.